A prominent European has decided to change his track of investments, and he has his eyes on the chipmakers and the automakers way. Does he know something we don't? Let's find out as we discuss why Nvidia and Rivian stock are great investments. Big investors are rushing into them. DNB Asset Management is among the Nordic region's top and most significant asset managers. They manage about $82 billion in assets. They have about 140 people working for them in Norway, Sweden, and Luxembourg. 50 investment professionals are working in the firm. During the third quarter of the financial year, DNB Management diverted funds into Nvidia and Rivian. They sell their shares in Ford and GM Motors to invest in Nvidia and Rivian. As we all know, EVs use far more chips than other cars, and this somewhat makes Nvidia a sought stock. Nvidia closed at plus 1.33 on 25th October 2022 at 7:47 a.m. Last week, Nvidia made a 6% increment in its stock price after it made 46% losses a year before. This means with a 6% increment, if you had shares in Nvidia, then you've made some profit as well. Wall Street analysts are optimistic about Nvidia's stock. Nvidia stock is expected to report earnings per share, EPS, of $0.73, down 37.61% from last year's quarterly earnings. Meanwhile, Zacks' consensus estimate for revenue projects a net sales of $5.99 billion, also down to 15.73% from a year ago. However, estimated revenue of $27.39 billion, $3.47 per share, with changes of 21.85% and plus 1.76% is expected from the previous year. Nvidia was not the only stock to have downs in the first 9 months, but Rivian needed to improve. Let's look into that shortly. These estimates show the positive trend in Nvidia's growth that investors should expect. Although at the beginning of the year, Nvidia stock dropped 59% compared to the 25% drop in the S&P 500 index. Shares are up 2.7% in the fourth quarter, and the DNB Asset Manager has seen potential in the Nvidia stock growth as Nvidia has released new gaming cards into the market. The DNB Asset Manager bought 206,283 more Nvidia shares to increase his investment in the chipmaker's 1.1 million shares. Although Nvidia has released new gaming cards into the market, which will fetch them more revenue, Ford has also increased its prices. Let's talk about that shortly. This channel does not in any way offer professional advice to its viewers. Kindly do your research before you invest. Rivian and Ford were partners, but they are no more as Ford Motors have dropped their partnership with Rivian. Surprisingly, Rivian was also underperforming in the first 9 months of the year, and they are still down 3% as of the fourth quarter. In the first 9 months, Rivian was down 68%. The DNB Assets Manager sold 298,797 Ford shares in the fourth quarter, reducing his stake to 653,096. Ford also was down in the first 9 months of the year, with stocks down 46%, but Ford is now up 8.8% in the fourth quarter. Ford and GM recently paid their dividends, but with higher yields this time. GM has its stock up 9.1% in the fourth quarter, even though it was also down 45% in the first 9 months of the year. Although Ford has increased the price of its electric F-150 truck, the demand is still very significant, which is suitable for Ford and its investors. The CEO of Ford Motors may see himself as Al Capone when he said, "I am like any other man. All I do is supply a demand." Rivian started delivering its cars to customers last year and has made 13,198 deliveries. Rivian CEO RG Scaringe believes their batteries are mainly built for consumer electronics. He considers their supply chain will have to grow 20 times in the next 10-15 years. He also hinted that their production plans would expand beyond autos in the next 10 years. They are also going to look into electronic bikes. Rivian has all the needed tools for stock growth. It has a great CEO. An investment backs it from Amazon, which happens to be one of the largest companies in the world. Rivian also has products that consumers are always in need of. In this month alone, Rivian has recalled 13,000 vehicles, almost all the cars they've delivered to customers so far, despite the complaints of loose fasteners that affect the driver's control of the steering. Our videos are only meant to inform, not guide you to make an investment decision. Make sure to do your homework before investing. The asset management of DNB saw great potential in these two stocks, Nvidia and Rivian, and some of their shares of Ford and GM to buy more of Nvidia and Rivian. Continue watching our videos to know more. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video.